Hello there. Hello there. Yesterday, burnt myself a bit by accident. And you know, it sucks because it's not even like, oh, I was cooking, nothing like that. I was taking a puff, a medicinal puff, and I set the lighter on my I rested it on my forearm like this. This is not the lighter, this is an empty lighter. I collect lighters. This one is one of those it says nope. Anyways, I collect lighters. So I set it on my arm like that and burnt my fucking arm. I mean, listen, could be worse, but considering I've done a lot of restaurant equipment repair alongside heating and air repair, right? My dad just doesn't do HVAC stuff. He also fixes a lot of restaurant equipment. Ovens, fryers, you know how many times I've come home with my hands burnt, like, because of specks of oil? Not even from working on those fryers, because we don't work on fryers that are hot, and those, yeah, we don't do that, but from like a fryer next to it, or just moving over top of it for one reason or another, getting fucking oil popping up. Oh, that would suck. Oh, speaking of burn the beard off, I'm still like kind of stunned about yesterday. I don't know if you were here for it, but I've been playing through Red Dead Redemption 2 for the first time. We've got, how many hours do we have in that game right now? We've got 20 hours, 36 minutes, 41.24 seconds on Red Dead Redemption 2. And I've kind of been experimenting a little bit with like what you can do to people. And like, I put these two bison slaughterers on their fire pit, and it caught them on fire and burned them, right? And I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be like what every burn effect is in a video game. It's just gonna make them all like chart, like the stereotypical burn, like from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas or some shit like that, or even Grand Theft Auto 5. The burn effects on that, like, that was like, wow. That was wild. Hey, it's true. Because I was like, the reason this is gonna get, I'm gonna trim it up so like the beard doesn't cover my lips because I can't stand that, right? But it'll probably get not ridiculous, but it'll get a bit longer because the weather over in my location in Ohio is not going to be good. We're going to be getting snow possibly tomorrow and Wednesday. We got lake effect snow warnings. So yeah. I am 28 years old. It happens. Some people have those effects though, you know? Some people, for whatever reason, their hair doesn't grow. Did I say 25? I'm 28. I'm 28. Oh, lose my hair? You tell me to? You want me to lose my luscious hair? Look how long that is. Look how long that is. You telling me to lose that? I can't lose that. I like that. Yeah. What are you talking about losing then? They know the thrill of the hunt when it comes to finding online promo codes. I know it does. It's funny because I had to make a joke. I figured out where I was introduced to Max Payne. I was introduced to Max Payne from one of my old man smoking buddies back in the day, right? Like heavy smokers back in the day, and he was buddies with a lot of people who also partook. Dude had like never cut his hair, right? For years he never cut his hair. And it was like down pat, like he had to roll it up if he wanted to go out and on a walk because it would drag behind him on the fucking sidewalk. And that's where I learned about Max Payne from. because he had those games, and while my dad was chilling out with his buddy, visiting, talking about whatever, I'd be playing Max Payne on the TV, and they'd just be bullshitting. Yep, I know about that. I've been waiting. Also, the company that did a game that I really liked, what's the name of the game? Control, that game, they also worked on Max Payne as well. Because they worked on Alan Wake. Which I think Alan Wake and Control are part of the same universe. We do the game stream no timer today because we are going to be doing a Minecraft. If the title confuses you of the stream, I can explain what it means. OYTBT, which is the outdated YouTube blog thing. And what it's referring to is the fact that for YouTube, if you want to catch a live stream, it's outdated. I'll go into more detail later because I want to wait until I have the game open before I start the marker proper. Appreciate the compliment. Doing well. Doing very well. It's weird. I have this weird middle ground going. Like, I'm extremely excited for Grand Theft Auto 6. But at the same time, there's a part of me that's annoyed with myself for talking about it because I'm tired of talking about it because I want it to come out already. But I'm also patient enough to understand it will come out when it's good, right? But I swear that everyone's hyped up about it and everyone wants it now. It makes everybody want now. Like, you know what I mean? Like almost like a hive mind feeling. Not really that, but whatever. But it's like I'm going through Twitter and like, how many days in a row has Grand Theft Auto 4 popped up and trending on Twitter? I am amazed at how hyped people can remain, and I guarantee you, I don't care what this game's like, people are going to be disappointed by this game because now they have this outlook on it. It's going to be the greatest thing. Like, this game has to be the greatest game of all time. If Minecraft is their favorite game, this game has to be better than Minecraft, or it sucks. That's not going to happen. I would bet. I'd bet 10 subs. 10 gifted subs, I'll bet. That there's going to be wokeness. Of course there's going to be wokeness. But it's not going to be wokeness as in that's what the game's going to be like. It's going to be wokeness as in they're going to make fun of it. They're not going to do that. After going through the games I've gone through, they are not going to hold back. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and I stumble across a clan meeting, a KKK clan meeting. You know what I do? I take my stick of dynamite, and I throw it right in the fucking middle of them. That's what I fucking do. They are not going to get woke. Disney is going to be around for a long time, regardless of what price they're paying for wokeness. I'm going to tell you what, whatever your opinions about Disney are, that company's so fucking rich, they ain't got to worry about being canceled. And I don't care what your opinion about it is, that kind of shit is quite annoying. That a group or an identity or whatever can have a certain amount of money and get away with so much bullshit that nobody else would be able to get away with. Right? Like, there's some people that are walking around right now that if I even talked about doing what they did, I'd be gone. I believe it. That is the truth. Most individuals, I think the average relationship or whatever, I don't know what the exact quote is or whatever, but it goes along the lines of something like, relationships have a tendency to only last 6 months because that's about how long someone can hide their real self for, right? So, like, if someone's trying to be a certain way for a reason, they can do that for about 6 months before the truth starts to come out, if not comes out outright, about who they actually are as a person. So a lot of people destroy themselves. The only problem is that self-destruction gets hidden a lot of the time because somebody has a bit of money, and it's like, or fame, even not even just money, just fame and popularity, and people can just like do ridiculous shit and not face any consequences for it. But it is what it is. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be talking about video games and having a blast. Because honestly, all that bullshit, as much as it might frustrate me, at the end of the day, it truly doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, that's the shit that, like, I view money as just paper that has a value to it. You know what I mean? Like, anybody can put a value on anything. I could put a value on this fucking golf ball, right? I could say this golf ball is $10, and if somebody will take this golf ball from me for $10, this golf ball has a value. This golf ball has a value of $10. You know what I mean? That's why I don't, like, I always appreciate when somebody does tip or subscribe. I truly do, right? Because the fact that that money does have that value, and I have to use that item that has value in order to keep my current house warmth, and the fact that I could stream, all that is because of value transfer, right? Because if you break it down, everything has value. Because you get paid based off the amount of work you're putting in. There's also some other stuff in the background that we're really not going to get into, because it talks about inflation and how certain things they don't match up based off of statistics and how things have gone, right? The value of things has changed over time, and certain things have not reflected that actual reality of that change. Anyway. But yeah, no, it's that, it's not also, like, there are, how do I explain this? The people around you have this tendency to have a much different perspective from you, because a lot of the time you're looking at it from your side of things. Now, this is going to sound weird. I'm not saying that everyone is correct, because if there are some people out there that I don't care how right they think they are, everybody should think they're horrible. And the reason that everybody should think they're horrible is because the people that think they're right are, like in this case, are people that are hurting other people in ways that range from like mental to physical to killing them, right? Those are the people that everyone should look at and go, they're fucked up. They either need to be put in prison or need to receive some sort of mental help, right? Because that's a level too far. There's a line in the sand, you know what I mean? I don't understand that. No one's an angel. No, like, people's conceptions about other people are so, like, it's a societal thing. Like, society views how things should be, so the things that aren't are looked negatively upon. I don't give a shit what one person thinks about how you view yourself, whether you are born one way but have yourself being another way because that's how you feel. That's all you. That is you. 100% you, and no matter what anybody else says or thinks, they're fucking wrong, because you are you, and they are not looking at things from your perspective, so their opinion is worth what they think of themselves, because that's what they're looking at it like. They're not looking at it like from your perspective. They're looking at it from their perspective, and their perspective is whatever their perspective is from other people's perspective raising them, because your perspective gets colored by how you're raised, right? Also, greetings and good day, YouTube and Twitch highlight watchers. Good luck, future me, for figuring out whenever the hell this is supposed to start, because holy shit, I'm gonna put a marker down and I'm gonna be in the middle of talking, and future me is gonna be like, what happened? Where do I go? I'm even gonna make a marker. Figure it out, fucker. Wait, can I do a marker that has a cuss in it? Ooh, this is an experiment time. Is Twitch, is Daddy Twitch gonna...
Some people just know the perfect gift. Those are the people who know.
I tried so hard to keep a straight face. I tried so hard to keep a straight face. I was gonna make a joke about Daddy Twitch spanking me, and I fucking could not. I got, is Daddy Twitch, and fucking lost it. Holy shit. Yes, I do still get mad. As much as I try not to, I can't help it, because I think expressing rage in a safe and non-harmful manner is one of the best things you could possibly do, right? So what I mean is, I view video games as a very good release from whatever's frustrating you. Say you're stressed out on a test and you go to play Spyro and you go beat the bad guys, right? Your stress from that test is gone, right? Because at the end of the day, no matter what, when you break down a video game to its simplest forms, it is just a book. It is just a movie. None of the shit that's happening is actually happening, right? I'm trying to, hold on, give me a second. I'm looking for
Maybe I should start my own podcast.
this. There you go, show the controller. This is the emergency controller, the new one. The previous one has been replaced because this controller had stick drift. That was actually, you can kind of tell because I purposefully taped this analog stick fucked up because the stick drift was actually affecting gameplay. So we got ourselves a brand new controller. It's not. So here's why I said video games are a very safe and way to release your rage. Anytime I want to, you see how I'm doing this? When I get mad, I do that. This is my stress ball. And the reason it's my stress ball is because this controller no longer works. And it no longer works because of the stick drift that it had. The stick drift was causing me to not be able to play certain video games for one reason or another. Be it motion, be it physically, not being able to hit a target or something that caused me to lose or whatever. When that happens, I classify something as broken. So I replace it. And when I replace it, it becomes an emergency item. Emergency item is an item that I'll break or what have you, or this is the most you'll see me do. Or you saw it the other day when I kept getting eaten by those fucking wolves in Red Dead Redemption 2 when I slammed this, right? You will only hear one, maybe two desk slams. Hey, home remedies. I'll tell you what, home remedies can cure all ailments. You got this? This right here is genuine snake oil. You will be feeling vigor like you couldn't believe if you purchased my genuine snake oil. I tell you now, sir and or madame of the evenings. You have a significant other that doesn't quite have that smile they used to. Give them $1 for this snake oil, this here snake oil in their morning coffee, and they'll be singing a tune by sundown. I tried to invoke the stereotypical snake oil salesman while parodying what a snake oil salesman does. That's why I'm not worried about the Grand Theft Auto games, because at their root, Grand Theft Auto games are pure parody of reality. Also, let's get back to the game proper. Well, I'll say this about that. You have very strong opinions on the matter. For one reason or another, right? All I'm gonna say is a lot of the time, things will work out. They do have a tendency to do that, for one thing. For another, like I was talking about, when you take a step back, yes, it's all right to be worried and all that, but what's going on right at this very moment that you can handle. You know what I mean? What do you got to deal with at this very moment? What? Don't think about the possible future that could never be, or would never be, has never been, whatever. Try to worry about like the current now. And I'm saying this not all the time, but when you're getting like overwhelmed by stress or anger or rage or, oh, this could happen or that could happen, just take a moment to think about what's going on now. Let's think about the sheep that are sheeping, and I just dropped my pickaxe. Think about that. Try not to think about all the other bullshit. Alright? You can worry about that. Leave that for future you. Future you can handle it. And yes, future you can and will handle it. Because future you has and will handle it again. You know what I mean? Because you've been stressed out in the past, and you've gone through it, and you've gotten through it. And you'll be able to do it again. You know? Good call on the hydrate. Very good call on the hydrate. I'm gonna need y'all to expend some of your channel points to make sure my dumbass keeps drinking, because I'm in a talkative mood, as you might be able to declare, given the fact that I'm currently rambling like an auctioneer selling last year's prize-winning steer. What blends in? The text of the hydrate blends in? So what do you mean it blends in? Are we talking about the text that pops up on chat? So like, if I were to do this, that text blends in with the background? Oh, yeah. No, I did that on purpose. I did it on purpose, you see? Oh, well, it's hard to get sometimes because it doesn't blend in. Like, if the lighting was different, and it, like, you can see it's green right there. If I cover the light, you can actually see it a little bit. I did that on purpose. It works, it doesn't work all the time, unfortunately. I need a lighter green mug, is what I need for it to work properly. But if the lighting of the game matches up, then it should actually, like, if it's brighter, yeah, it works better when it's brighter. So yeah, in the future I might pick up a mug that a massive green mug. Yeah, so it like hides my entire head. That'd be pretty funny. That'd be pretty funny. What the hell am I doing? Oh, I know what I'm doing. Putting these in the oven, and I'm taking out the other ones. So yeah, speaking of what's going on in the here and now, to explain once again why the title is what it is for these streams, after I came up with an idea to make this into a blog of what we did last week and what we plan to do next week and the coming future. It's not written in stone. Things are subject to change. However, it's titled Outdated YouTube Blog Thing for whatever the date is tomorrow, all the way up to Monday of the very most next Monday. Right? So this one is Outdated YouTube Blog Thing for November 28th to December 4th. And why it's called outdated is because whoever's watching this on YouTube will be like, oh, if I want to catch this live, this is what I have to look forward to. Not necessarily. This is what you have to look forward to if you're watching on YouTube. Because we're a little bit ahead. We're about like a week and a half ahead on Twitch. So we're currently into a 20-hour playthrough, above 20 hours, of Red Dead Redemption 2 for the first time. Exactly. And I kind of like to hope that I help calm people down too sometimes, you know? I hope I'm some people's stress balls. Squeeze me as hard as you need to. I am a degenerate thinking fool today. What the fuck was I doing? What was I doing? We're playing Minecraft. Oh, I was opening up. That's right. Thank you. I was opening up the I call it the blog topics, but what it basically is a list of what I'm going to do in Minecraft, and as I'm doing that in Minecraft, what I'm going to talk about, right? After all, I am an online male entertainer. Allow me to entertain you. No, truly, I do appreciate the compliment. There we go. That's what we're doing. Oh, greetings and good day, Insane Baboon. How are you going today? How are you doing today? Well, hopefully I'll be able to help make your day be a little bit better, even if it only is a little bit. Right? Because what we got going on is one of the reasons why I'm so super glad that recreation was now going to be legalized by December 7th. As long as some of the jackasses in Congress don't try anything. Because apparently the congressmen are like, we want to do a memorandum to delay when the vote's going to be certified to legalize recreational marijuana. Currently, it's medicinally legalized in Ohio, obviously. You make me a little flustered as well, if I'll be honest. Ooh, I'm not really into Destiny, but I'm glad that you're excited for it. That's awesome. It's always nice when a big thing for a game comes out, whether it's an update that adds a little thing or a big thing. Sometimes it's a big thing. Like, I'm kind of excited for the next Path of Exile season, even though I haven't really been playing it that much this season. It's not season, it's called League. This League. I've not really played this league, but I am excited for next league. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. That's always awesome. It is gonna be hard for me to do, like, take speed running too seriously, I think. Because I'm gonna make a rule. One speed run. This is what I'm doing. I'm testing it out next, or I should say this coming, but it's technically both. It's this coming, but next, because this September has already passed. This coming is also the same exact way as next.
This person looked over and drove away, left everything at the branch. I knew it wasn't her, so I contacted our fraud department and had a hold put on the account.
Yeah.
Sounds like she helped save you from identity theft.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
That's
saved the day. She was my little guardian angel.
Get more than money from me. Welcome to Huntington. Real people.
fucking ignorant assholes, man. Yeah. Or Bellend. I've heard Bellend before. I really like that one. You fucking Bellend. We need to cut more wood down. Is that on the agenda today? Not really. We can do it anyway. A little bit quiet because I'm trying to focus on how I want to organize this. Yeah, see, that's like the meaning that words have does not always have to mean exactly what a lot of people say it means to them. Because like I said, it's all a matter of perspective, right? So somebody saying that word means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Which at the end of the day, it kind of frustrates me because of how upset people get about some words. Not others. Others, it makes sense why people get upset about them, and I call me a hypocrite or whatever, but I don't really view myself as that in this case, considering there are some words that I will never say. And I just don't like hearing in general. Some of those words are more obvious than the others, because sometimes I'm not paying attention to the lyrics of a song, which I've started to pay attention more and more to the lyrics of a song. If I start paying attention and they're saying certain words, I'll be like, all right, let's skip this song. Anyway. That's how I kind of wish more people would be with, like, if they hear a word, instead of being upset and going after the person who said the word, just, it's so insignificant. Don't let that one word somebody else uses fuck your day up that much to try and fuck theirs up in the future. Right? I am a little bit blitzed. I'm ballroom blitzed right now. It should be obvious. The reason I'm saying what I'm saying is because I've just been thinking about it, because I was kind of a little bit frustrated at people's stupidity today. That, and I was feeling a bit sore, my back was hurting and all that, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna medicate a bit. Knock out 2 and 1. And I'm looking back and I'm like, I'm fucking mad at other people that don't matter. Their stupidity ain't affecting my life in the here and now, so why the fuck should I be that mad about it? Let the stupidity affect their lives. Because at the end of the day, that's all it's doing. Because it sure as shit ain't affecting mine, and I'm not gonna let it. Let's go chop down some wood. On a side note, what we've been doing the past week, for those that are here right now and or like to listen to me ramble, blog, whatever the hell you want to call this. Over the week, before I started streaming, I made sure to keep track of the GTA speedrun we were watching last Monday, so we can now finish it after we get done with Minecraft today. We can finish the GTA 5 speedrun. If you weren't here for last week's, apologies, but the only way you'll be able to get that is if the VOD, not the VOD, the VOD. Because VOD is something that stays up there temporarily, but it's going to stay up there for like 2 months for me or some shit like that nowadays. Anyway, I don't turn the reactionary stuff into recorded content because of my personal thoughts on the shit. I'm not going to get into it. Think what you want. Agree, disagree. I don't care. Anyway, we're going to finish that speed run, and after that, we'll probably watch a couple of other random videos or what have you. Maybe, there's a part of me that's almost like, maybe I could play a little bit of Red Dead Redemption. That's how good Red Dead Redemption 2 is. Now, mind you, the story's good, but the story's not the reason I'm enjoying it as much as I am. It's the mechanics, the world, the music, all that is making me like, man, I might play some Red Dead Redemption tonight. I'm not joking either. Oh, we could watch the world record for that tonight. Okay. I did say last time we'd watch that. Thank you for reminding me, Relatize. Red Dead Redemption can wait. As much as I want to play it, it's less I'm actually gonna play it and more me saying that to say how good the game is to me. You know what I mean? Like, that's how much I'm enjoying it right now. No, it's good. I'm glad when people like they don't just accept when I say something to change my plan, because sometimes I don't want to do that, and I forgot until someone's like, hey, wait a minute, but you said this last week, and I'm like, yeah, I did say that. Let's do that first. Because I don't like using this word, but basically what it boils down to is a feeling of obligation. I know I don't have to, and I'm not obligated to, right? And if people think and feel I am, I disagree. Vehemently, I disagree. Anyways, I gotta step away, so I'm gonna run a couple minutes of ads. Please try to remind me if I forget my train of thought what the fuck I was just talking about. Be right back momentarily.
Whether it's the toppings for your homemade pizza or your favorite ice cream, it's good to have choices. And with the Energy Choice program, customers in the Dominion Energy Ohio service territory can choose their own natural gas supplier. You might even be able to join an aggregated group buying program. Don't want to choose? No problem. You'll still receive natural gas from an approved supplier at Dominion Energy's default rate. Just visit dominiongaschoice.com to learn more.
Why just plan a trip when you can Aeroplan to travel the world with the Chase Aeroplan card? Go on a Paris-scape, find your Tokyo oasis, take a little Vienna-cation, or Berlin-dulge a lot. You can fly more than 45 global airline partners to more than 1,300 destinations. Learn more at chaseaeroplancard.com and Aeroplan to go beyond the rewardinary. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
All right. Yeah, obligation. That's what I was talking about. Okay, so. Well, I'm gonna say it because that's the easiest way to describe it. That's not what it actually is, because I'm not obligated to do this. I just feel like doing it because it is something I said, and I like I said I wanted to do it, and I truly did, and I will want to do it, so I will do it. Might not make 100% sense, but that is the case. So, I do want to see that video after we get done with Minecraft here. Plus, playing Minecraft will give me some time to stabilize a bit, you know what I mean? Cool down a wee little bit. You know how it is when you bake something? You gotta let it cool after a while. Oh, speaking of having that southern drawl, since I'm playing through Red Dead Redemption 2, it's one of those situations where
When you have to stop but don't really want to.
I might naturally slip into that just because I've been hearing it, and it's easy for me to slip into a southern accent, right? Like right here, right now.
The savings and the commute's going.
See how easy it was for me to slip into this accent?
Keep the crew going.
I think my southern drawl is a little bit different every time I do it,
Towards Visa.
but at the end of the day, I'm getting the point across with the fact that I can have a southern drawl, and I can keep it going for quite some time, as you can tell.
Keep it going.
I'm gonna have to get another thing of
So, tell me about yourself.
I was blind from birth.
tea, but first I'm gonna step away to get a thing of water after I cut a couple of trees down.
Before I could even ask, Huntington offered
Anyways, as I was saying about the southern drawl thing, I was just thinking about Bill Williamson
you are.
from the Red Dead Redemption
Just the
games.
right place.
Get more than
And for some odd reason, a lot of the time,
real people compensated for true stories.
people will like shorten
The job more than
a name down.
Cooper Farms is a family-owned farm and food company in Northwest Ohio with locations
Right?
across
Like they're like
County.
Richard,
85 years
they
ago,
shortened it down to Dick.
have made us one of
William,
the top
they shortened it down to Bill.
companies in the US. Join our team today. Cooper Farms, more than a
Bill Billson is another way you could view his name. That's not how you view it, but that is a way to do that. Also, another way to view Bill Williamson is to extend, like, to change the name a little bit, right? Because a lot of the people that are part of this group, like, they've been a part of Dutch's group since they were young, right? Since they were just a wee little one, right? And some of them had had families while being a part of the group. So a part of me is almost like, what if his name is literally, oh, that's Bill Williams' son? Because the name of the person who is his father is Bill Williams. Mind you, that's probably not what it actually means, but why not? Let's have some fun. Fucking make whatever the shit up we want because it's a video game and it's not real. Alright? Also, to quell anybody's worries about Grand Theft Auto 6 having any aspects of true, real, actual wokeism, whatever the fuck that actually breaks down to meaning, because I still don't quite understand exactly what wokeism is, and would love it if somebody could explain what exactly it is. Because I haven't seen, maybe I'm not playing the right games, but I haven't really seen any aspects of, like, wokeism. From what I guess other people have described it as being. So the only thing I can derive it as being is, like, it's politically correct. It's just wokeism is another way to say politically correct. Right? I'm gonna take this joke from South Park, but instead of shit, say poo. Or even doo-doo. Or however the hell the song goes from when Mr. Mackey is talking about not cussing. I don't even remember what that's from exactly. It could be from the South Park movie. Drugs are bad and kind. Anyway. We unlocked fishing in that. Wait, okay, so hold up. Like I said, I wanna go through the list of things to talk about. Alright. Okay. In the United States, I'm not sure. I'm sure a lot of other people who aren't in the United States know of this. I don't know how the quote-unquote celebration goes, but it's kind of hilarious when you break it down into a different way, but I'll do that later. My Thanksgiving was pretty fun, pretty chill. Kind of gorged myself a little bit, as you're wont to do on a day like that. Alright? Had turkey for 3 days. And it's kind of funny because that's like the only time you ever, like, my family ever eats turkey. We rarely really eat. There's a couple things that we eat that have, like, the turkey based, like turkey bacon sometimes if we're feeling it. But a lot of it breaks down to not eating turkey. So we use that as an excuse to eat the entire fucking bird over a couple of days. The entire $20 bird, or however much it was, not $120, how much some people were paying. I laughed my ass off. I saw that picture that somebody tweeted out. I don't remember who it was, about how much their bird was or whatever. And you start reading what that turkey is, and it's like, it's basically saying that the turkey was a wild turkey. Organic, free-range grown turkey that's fed with organic free-range grown grain. And I started laughing. I'm like, turkey flavored turkey, because there's a comedian who made a joke about going to a Starbucks and ordering coffee flavored coffee, because he was like, so do you want this caramel macchiato, whatever the fuck? And it's like, yeah, that is kind of how some shit is. It's like, you want coffee flavored coffee? Well, this person paid 120 whatever the fuck for turkey flavored turkey, just with a different description, at least from my perspective, and I found it funny. Had that jellied cranberry sauce. That shit is like my favorite for Thanksgiving. I basically had a whole can to myself. Not on Thanksgiving, over the like 3 days of the consumed turkey. I tweeted out Jolly Mary Jerris Consumption Day. And the reason I tweeted that out is because I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but if you Google turkey and you look at what their scientific name is, it's like Majarius asospalus or some shit like that. I don't. It's a fucking big ass word that I can't barely pronounce. Not for a knowledge of how to or whatever. Like, of course I wasn't educated to learn how to say that fucking word. Why do I need the education to say that? I fucking stream and work on HVAC and restaurant equipment. When the fuck am I ever gonna have to know what the scientific name for a turkey is? And it's like, oh, what if you go on a game show? That's all I'll say about that. I'll give y'all the look. I have no desire to go on a game show. Even if it was like a content creator game show. I just don't. I like watching them sometimes, sure. But I don't like participating.
The closeness, the kind that just gets closer and closer and closer. If so, then let's go.
For whatever reason, that's just how I be. Also, we got the Trojan commercial of the Monday. If you haven't been here for quite a while, every time we do Minecraft, we play at least what is classified as DMCA or copyright safe music for Twitch. So we have some sort of background noise because of how inconsistent the music playing is. Like, when I want music to play in a game, I almost want it like how Red Dead Redemption is, because Red Dead Redemption 2's music is constant. And that's not a bad thing. when I say it's constant, I mean like there's always something like a guitar softly strumming in the background, almost to the point to where you hardly notice it. It fits in with the feeling of the world you're looking at as you're going through, right? So like if you go to a different area, the feeling changes and it's like, all right,
Somebody came through the drive-thru.
yeah,
I looked at
okay.
ID, it said Mindy.
I'm immersed into the world, even though music doesn't act like if it was dead silent. Here's the problem. If it was dead silent,
Left everything
it
at
would be
the branch.
horrible.
I knew it wasn't her, so I
Even though it should be more immersive. It's not. The reason it's not more immersive is because
Yeah, she saved the day. She's my little guardian angel.
Get more than money from your
of
bank.
how
Welcome to Huntington.
humans are with sound, because even if they themselves were to go through a desert, silence would not be what they hear. They would hear something. Whether or not they have an association with that is the way that it is. But here's the weird thing. I think that if you were to try and make people feel or hear what they would actually hear, like the sound of the wind, maybe an animal here and there, but like all this I gotta get my water, hold up. But yeah, maybe the sound of your feet crunching through sand or whatever, it doesn't matter. But you would hear something. And I think playing music during situations like that is great because it kind of keeps your brain active and thinking about other stuff, because in all honesty, the human mind is not really meant for multitasking, right? Like, no matter how well people think they can do like how I'm playing a game, streaming, talking, all that, that's multitasking. It's one of the reasons why there's a thing around never talk about math when you're streaming. And the reason that is because you're all of a sudden trying to think about something so specific and like at times difficult, while you're also doing all this other bullshit. But when your brain is like in a million different spots at once because you're somewhere on the fucking ADHD spectrum or whatever the fuck it is, but you've never been officially diagnosed, you just know you are because of the way that you're fucking, like, your obsessive compulsiveness about certain things, and just the fact that I could actually do what I'm doing right now while I'm doing it as effectively as I am doing it should go to show how fucking hyper I am. Because my brain is always like this. It's just that I lose my train of thought more often when I've got the fog of war going on, because a new thought pops up, right? Just like now, a new thought was trying to pop up, but I had to squash it down because otherwise I'd lose the fact that I'm talking about how even when I'm not medicated, I will still lose my train of thought because of just how many thoughts I got going on. I'm pretty proud of myself because so far I've stuck with, I think, everything that I've tried to talk about or wanted to have a subject on. I've made my point, sometimes a little bit too much, but I've still made my point. Oh, my voice is going to be shot tomorrow. I'm too talkative right now. Hopefully the water will help. Oh no. Anyway, so that's how my consume extra food than you normally do day was. I probably shouldn't do that, but whatever. We'll wait a little bit. Let's go plant these logs in the furnace. I unfortunately have not finished the editing. What I'm referring to is water. Anyways, what I'm referring to is the editing that I've been doing on Neo. I got 2 episodes go up. Like, another episode will be coming out this week on Friday of Neo, and I should actually have a couple more ready 4 or 5 already. Maybe I'll even be done with the series this week because of the way that I've started to edit. I've gotten so much more efficient at it. Anyways, I'll probably be finished with Neo this week, and I'll be starting to work on the edits for Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. And I'm really excited to get into them and see how they're going to turn out, because like I've said, I'm going to try to work on 2 types of edits: current content edits and future content edits. Current content will come first. Hopefully I'll be able to finish it all, and then future content will come afterwards. I might not be able to work on it as long as I want to because I got a lot of other shit to do. This is another thing. Here's what's funny. If you want more edited videos, for those that are watching live or the Twitch highlight, if you want more edited videos, and of course make sure you deal with any of the issues you need to deal with yourself, like I was talking about the value of money earlier today, make sure you have the right value to match up for what you need before you decide to tip another individual or anything like that. And I'm saying this because I wouldn't have to do as much of the other shit or any of it, and I could focus more on editing during the week if y'all would just sub. I'm like I just said, I feel the need to explain myself, even though I don't think I need to, but I feel the need because I see a lot of other individuals that will also remind people, and I get what they say when they say it feels weird to remind people or to say this kind of shit, because it almost makes you feel like, give me your goddamn money. But I'm not like that. It feels weird to say that, but I'm just making a point. This is a hobby right now. The more it turns into the career, the more I can do towards this. Stating what a lot of people take for granted nowadays. I feel there's a lot of streamers right now that I think are so comfortable they forgot how they used to be, or how they used to have to be. There's a couple streamers that still remember. They still remember, right, what it was that they wanted to do, but other people have been blinded by the almighty dollar. That almighty dollar blinds quite a many fool. And it's just, at the end of the day, it's worthless paper. Just like how gold is worthless metal. The reason how can you say that about gold? That's why. Who the fuck said gold was worth what it was? Somebody else. And who told them it was worth something? Someone else. Why is it worth something? Because it shines and you can shock it really well. Your perspective changes a bit when somebody says something in a way like that, don't it? Because what the fuck is money at the end of the day? A bunch of different plants or whatever mixed into an ink, stamped on sheets of paper. Or bits of metal stamped with a certain designation that classifies it as being worth a certain amount. That's all it is at the end of the day. Fucking villagers. Get the fuck out. We gotta leave. We gotta leave for a minute. I don't want to have a fight. I need to start working on a beacon. Alright. Have fun, future me, because I gotta open up another file. That file is gonna be titled... hold on. Monday info topics. That's what the folder's called on my computer. Monday info topics. We're gonna open the text document 12/4/2023, and we're gonna write down a little bit of the minus sign, and then we're gonna say start getting beacon stuff for a beacon jackass. And I'm saying jackass because when I read this, I'll be like, oh, you son of a bitch. Because then I'll feel that obligation, because I said it on stream, to start setting up a beacon. I'm not saying build it yet, right? I'm not saying build it yet, but I'm saying, hey, get ready, because you're going to be building a beacon soon. That's pretty much all I really have to talk about regarding the off-stream shit. right? Outside of stuff that like is either too small or not really that pertinent to go over. At least stuff that I view as not that pertinent. Not really much else happened over the week, last week. And Friday we started our playthrough, a casual timed playthrough. I say casual timed because it's easier for me to say, oh, I'm currently on a 20-and-a-half-hour playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2. And it's a lot more accurate to the truth than me saying 15, 20 hours. And I've been really enjoying it. Again, not so much like the story's really good. Don't get me wrong. I understand why so many people love the story because of the character interactions and like how you can already tell. You already are informed slightly because Red Dead Redemption 2 is a semi-direct prequel to Red Dead Redemption. So like Javier Escuela, Bill Williamson, Dutch, John Marston, Abigail, Jack, Uncle, I think,
listening to your favorite artists.
are all individuals we kind of already knew
So let's talk.
because of Red Dead Redemption.
In our short survey.
And also Milton and the other asshole. We know those two fuckers
Spotify Premium.
from Red Dead Redemption.
Enjoy all your favorite artists ad-free. Sound good? Then all you need to do is hit the banner now for your chance to win.
Anyways, I'd recommend it more so for the game mechanics and how much playability it has. I'm playing on Steam. I play Apex on Steam when I have it installed.
Whether it's the toppings for your homemade pizza or your
I need to get a new door
it's good to have choices.
for that.
And with the Energy Choice program, customers in the Dominion Energy
We need to fix this mine up. We really need to do a little bit of
aggregated group buying program.
work to this.
You'll still receive natural
I need to write this down because we need to make this entrance to the mine look a bit more natural. We can't make stone doors, can we? There's probably a mod for it. I might get that mod. Make stone doors mod. Okay, two things we need to write down. 1. 6 up mining hovel. And then get rock doors mod Minecraft. So that's what like right now, that's me setting up a thing for what we're going to be doing this next Monday. And as I go through the week or I come up with something to talk about, I'll write that down too. We can throw some of this stuff where it goes. So yeah, it's something I've really been enjoying because there's a lot of little shit in Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, what I mean by little stuff, I mean a lot of people that take these things for granted, that's fine. But there are a lot of people that are also like me that'll like be able to sit back and just like run into a tree that has snow on it and that snow will fall down. And that shit is beautiful. It like, people might not think they're paying attention to that shit, but those are the people that are enjoying it the most and they don't even realize it. right? Because that's why they don't even notice it. That's why they're enjoying it as much as they are, and they don't even realize it. Oh, that stuff doesn't matter. The fuck it doesn't. The fuck that little shit doesn't matter. And I'm gonna say this as easily as I can because this is a fucking video game. You know how wild it is that the shit is programmed the way that it is in that game in order where when you stumble across a clan gathering, you can be like, I got a stick of dynamite. What the fuck? Boom! You know what I mean? Like that whole scenario that some of you are picturing in your head right now. The fact that you can do that, sure, neat, whatever. It has no actual consequences to the actions that you're actually taking. It's like anybody who thinks that video games are problematic and they read a book, call them out for reading a book. Well, that's making you problematic. That book of yours, that's making you problematic. It's the same fucking thing. Because a book like Harry Potter, need I even say any more? Not about the fucking individual who created it. I don't care what your opinion is about it, like her, love her, I don't give a fuck. I don't, honestly. Because at a certain point, something you create is no longer yours. It's everybody else's. You know what I mean? Like, how I do my streams and how I'll always do my streams. Here's a perfect example of what I'm trying to get at. Whenever I stream, I am the one that is streaming, yes. However, I don't view this as mine in the sense of like, I can do exactly whatever I want. I can do whatever I want to an extent, of course. And I would only do certain things irregardless of what you were allowed to do or not. Okay, I did that. Oh, that was an accident. And I fucking remember now. Oh, I'm angry at my past self who fucked up and did that. Anyways. Another thing I did, I took two individuals who were bison hunting. And when I say hunting, they weren't hunting. They were paid to kill as many bison as they could. So after me and Charles killed them both, I decided to toss their bodies on the fire pit they had. And then, like I said, I'm saying it again because it's something that just stuck with me. I said this before I started the marker, but I'm saying it again because it's like, the way that the burn effect went through was like crazy, in all honesty. And that shit is something I would not have thought to do or try to do, to try and pay attention to, if I hadn't saw this clip on Twitter about this one individual going through. Wait, no, it would be here. Going through and shooting individuals with different weapons. I stopped after a couple of moments because I didn't want to get spoiled on any weapons or anything like that. They basically went through the starter stuff, so I saw the single action revolver, the bow, and I think the knife. And he just stuck the arrow in dude and watched dude walk down the road while bleeding out. I'm like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. But at the same time, the fact that they programmed it that way to do that is wild. Right? That's crazy. But again, at the end of the day, anyone who gets upset about something like that is getting upset at really fancy fucking ones and zeros. Really fucking fancy ones and zeros. Because at the end of the day, that's all this is. Because programming languages, think about what I'm saying. Programming languages are basically shorthand for something doing something else. What it's doing is translating ones and zeros into something else. What you see before you is ones and zeros. because it has a hitbox. That's all a hit. Like, I can't go through this because it has a hitbox or a collision box or whatever we call it, which really just says 0, whatever, 0, 1, how many ever zeros and how many ever ones in the order of like 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, whatever the fuck. Like, that's all this shit is at the end of the day. Also, I almost fucked up by bringing that to a place I didn't want to bring it to. Because here's what the idea is. The idea is we place down all these in this chest, this ender chest, because the ender chests are never to permanently store anything. Whenever you have an ender chest, what the idea is to transfer one item to another. Right? At the end of the day, you can use the ender chests to permanently store something, I believe. I don't know if droppers will work or whatever the hell they're called. That, like, I don't know if they'll work. If we put a hopper down below it, we could test that theory out over there. But the idea is come here, get this, and transfer it from this mass storage chest all the way over to its primary location over here. So it's just a transfer chest. There's probably a way to automate that. But I'm a weird type of person that kind of likes to do it manually because it extends the amount of time. Like, yes, I can make a lot of things quicker, but I have to be careful because if I automate too much, I'll sit back and I'll be like, I have nothing to do. Shit. Which is funny because there are certain games where I have to set, like Dwarf Fortress. The reason I haven't played a lot of Dwarf Fortress is because I don't have a goal for that game yet. Like, I could make a goal, but I kind of almost want to save Dwarf Fortress for a future outdated YouTube blog thing, right? Because at the end of the day, I almost feel like I need to make another playlist for this series. And it's weird because this playlist is only going to start when I first titled it. I don't necessarily, like, this is weird, but this is going to be when I mention it. I don't know how well of a blog the original, like the first video, is going to be, but you could use it as a how it started, how it's going, because by the time this pops up in any type of way, shape, or form, I'll probably be a couple blogs down the way. But I'm thinking about it, and I always want to play Minecraft on Monday, right? But what if I don't? What if I just want to play games like this? 7 Days to Die, Dwarf Fortress. If I ever decide to actually purchase the game instead of like being satisfied with playing on the account that I played on, a buddy's account. A long time ago, Stardew Valley. And what I mean by this is, when I say I play on a buddy's account, I meant I was physically on their PC playing on their account. Weirdly enough, I don't really like doing that account transfer shit. Have I done account transfer shit in the past? Yes. But it still makes me feel weird doing it. It's weird. This is gonna sound so weird. But like, right now I have no desire to play Apex Legends. Today, I'm probably not gonna play it today. And it sucks that I'm gonna miss out on that event. But, there'll be another event in the future I could check out, you know? It's one of the reasons why I'm starting to be a little bit more like, hey, if people want to do certain games on certain days during stream, hell yeah, sign me up. I don't care if they're streaming or if I'm streaming. Because honestly, I'm going to be real with you. This is a habit that I've had to break myself out of. I have had to slowly realize that it is okay to talk while playing a game to strangers. I'm saying it in the way that I just said it because when you are young, you have it ingrained in your mind not to talk to strangers.
Want to feel all your senses activated?
Who is more strange than somebody on the internet?
More until they're completely
Take that however you want. I don't mean it in the way of like everybody on the internet is strange, as in like weird or creepy or anything like that. But that's what stranger normally connotates, right? Like when I say stranger, your first thought is weird, odd, off person that like is suspicious. That's what stranger is to most people, if not everybody. But strangeness doesn't have to mean that. Because if you really break it down, each one of us is strange to someone else in their own way. I know I'm strange to a lot of people out there. That's fine.
Hey, Spotifyers. Click
But
the banner to listen to Christmas Party.
as I've been like thinking about that, I've been like, oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna talk to people that are new, that I haven't really talked to a lot. I'm gonna start talking to people before I truly know them, to get to know how they truly are. I'm gonna keep my cards close to my chest, right? And I might feel a little bit safer to have my cards a little bit away from my chest as time goes on, because if you don't talk to someone, how the fuck are you gonna get to know who they are? It's not talking to strangers that's the issue. It's listening to strangers and doing what they tell you to do, right? Sit back and chill for a little bit. Get them to speak. See who they really are. And then make a decision on what you want to do. Not what they want to do or what they're trying to get you to do. But be like, alright, hold up. Who is this person? Why do they want me to do what they want me to do? But don't jump to conclusions based off of your very first thought. Actually think about certain shit and be like, alright, let's break down exactly that, and ask them questions. Communication is key in any relationship. Any relationship. A relationship doesn't necessarily just mean intimate. A relationship is anybody that you know, ever. Acquaintance is someone you meet on the street. Hell, most of you here started as acquaintances, but as we get to talking, we start to get to know each other more. And this is also one of those things of like, when I've been I was slightly hesitant to start talking when I was playing Fortnite with Relatives and your group of friends, right? Because I don't know them. And there's a part of me that's like, well, they're strangers. There's also another part of me that's going, well, what if I say something that they don't like? Fuck them. And I'm not saying that to be rude. Honestly, it might sound like that. But at the end of the day, if I offend somebody, and I'm not intending to, and I never intend to offend anybody, then they need to not let that make them mad at me. They need to say, hey, what do you mean by what you just said? If they're really that bothered by it, ask what's up. And ask in a way that's not like, what are you saying to me? Ask in a way that's like, well, I don't understand. What do you mean? Ask that question. Ask that to somebody. What exactly do you mean? I don't quite understand. Because somebody might be saying something from previous knowledge of theirs. After you find out that, then you can start going, now wait a minute. Or, okay, I get it now. Well, see, that's the thing. Maybe that is true, but there's probably something that could offend. And offend doesn't necessarily, like, what is offend? Like, if I say fuck you and you go, wait a minute, no, fuck you, technically, I offended you. That's why I said what I said, so I didn't offend anybody. Like when I said fuck you. Because I don't mean it in the way of, like, a lot of people take it. I mean, like, casual. This is gonna sound so weird, but casually, like, fuck off or come on now. Like that. That's what I mean when I say fuck you. In that context. Because fuck you has a lot of contexts. A lot of different context. Anyway, that's one of the reasons why I started talking to Dude about the subjects that we were talking about, because I was like, listen, this is my opinion about the stuff. You have a slightly different opinion that I don't quite 100% understand or agree with. So I'm going to talk to you more to see exactly what you're talking about. Right? To get to know who you are as a person and whether or not we'll click, and I feel like we'll continue to be able to have conversations in the future. Right? It's one of the reasons why I might I might save up your unintentional bits, Insane Baboon, in order to get Escape from Tarkov. Because I don't really feel like playing a lot of the games that I know that have co-op and the Redneck is playing. But it's been too long. I want to play a couple games with Redneck, and I know Redneck's into that game right now, so I want to play Escape from Tarkov soon. It's probably going to be a little while, because I want to get like to the points where I can go, okay, I feel like I can take a little bit of a break from Red Dead Redemption, but I still will want to play it. Like right now, I want to play that game. I want to be like, I want to go fishing. But I know I'm not going to do that when I first play on Friday. I'm going to do a lot of the side missions, because I've been sitting on those side missions for way too long. That game's so cool, because the side missions didn't really activate until I looked at the fucking pictures of the gunslingers in order to find out their location. That made me go, oh shit, we need to do that. We've done a couple of main story missions. We need to do all that side shit in case it gets blocked off. It's one of the reasons I might look up about the dinosaur bones side mission. Hopefully it doesn't spoil it, but it tells me, hey, this is how you start to do it. Because if I do get spoiled, I'll be a little bit disappointed, but whatever. It's the journey for me. I'm like walking back and forth because I don't really have much to do here. I think we fixed the creeper farm explosion already. Let me go take a look. Anyway, why I'm bringing that up is because why I'm bringing up the subject of like talking to people more is because I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see if I can get as many people as I know that I've talked to before. This is why I'm gonna start like, hey, you want to co-op? Yeah, sure. You want Discord talk? And if they're like, no, not really, I'm like, okay, that's slightly disappointing. I get why, but at the same time, okay, that's fine, because I'm trying to find more people to potentially talk to for events like the Game Awards. Like if you Relatize, Redneck, few people you don't know, but I do, Abyss and Captain Cannon want to chill and just bullshit for a little while the Game Awards is going on, hell yeah. Maybe even a couple of other people that might not have done Discord calls but have been around for a while might want to jump in and say a couple things here and there. Because at the end of the day, if something's about to happen that I want to hear and I can't hear it, I will deafen for a few moments just to experience it. I might not mute, but I'll say what I'm doing so you can all decide what to do if you decide to join. Because it might seem rude, I don't intend for it to be rude, but there might be some trailers that I want to like focus on. Because if there's something for Metal Gear, I'm gonna deafen. I'm not gonna mute. Wait, I need to make a key to deafen, and I need to learn that key. Shit. I need one of those fucking devices that allows you, like, it's a different keypad type of thing. So I could press a button so I could mute, deafen, and both at the same time. Because I only have one set up to mute and unmute, or both and unboth. Also, while playing through Red Dead Redemption 2, I've been pointing out things that I've noticed that come from Grand Theft Auto 5 and things I potentially will see in Grand Theft Auto 6, because Rockstar likes to take mechanics and elements of their other games that work or they like and put them in future games, right? Because we're technically working on doing a heist in Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. We've technically gone to Isaac Friedlander and had a therapy session. We've technically gone hunting, right? Like, you can start breaking a lot of these technicalities down into, because the hunting system was in Red Dead Redemption and it worked in Red Dead Redemption. I think it was in Red Dead Redemption, but not like it is in Red Dead Redemption 2. Just like how they kind of tested shit out with Grand Theft Auto 5 with hunting, and it did not work the way they had it set up because they have it more set up as like an arcade shoot thing, right? Like you're in a field, all these animals start spawning in that field. You shoot them in a good spot, you take a picture, and you get points, and you get money based off those points that you get. It's like an arcade points thing, and I don't like it because it takes away the freedom to hunt. If you want to hunt, you have to go to a specific spot to start it. I like how it seems like you'll be able to fish in Red Dead Redemption 2, how you'll be able to fish in Grand Theft Auto 6 if you can fish, is how I hope you can fish. I hope it comes from Red Dead Redemption 2, is what I'm trying to say. Fuck. I started jumping my words up. Anyways, let me say this one more time. How you can fish in Red Dead Redemption 2 is how I hope you can fish in Grand Theft Auto 6 if they have fishing in that game. Oh! Because there is no true fishing spot, but there are certain locations and bodies of water that will have certain fish.
So let's talk.
And there are certain fishing spots where you can only, like, that's where you can get the legendary type of fish that can be found in that type of water and environment. There we go. That was a hard one to get out because of how my thoughts were going too fast for my mouth to keep up.
Your chance to win.
Anyways, outside of that,
Somebody came through the drive-through.
I've not really, I did the fishing mission that unlocks fishing, but I haven't really gone fishing. Because when I do go fishing, I want to have a bit of gear in order to mess around and learn exactly how it works with the game itself.
Yeah, she saved the day. She was my little
I bring that up because no Rockstar game that I know of has had fishing up to this point. And the fact that it has fishing and it's a pretty good minigame, like a really good minigame from my initial thoughts, that's promising. If they do decide to add it please add it for 6. Please have added it for 6. Please. Because they like to improve upon the shit that works. Strangers and Freak missions, they're the best they've ever been. And previously, they were so good in Grand Theft Auto 5. But the Strangers and Freak missions in Red Dead Redemption 2 are glorious. Because of the way they tell the story. The character interactions, the character mode. Like, each character has a motive that you can figure out in some way, shape, or form. The NPCs not so much, but you could always kind of get a feel for like, this person said something in a way like this, so I perceive their motivation is this. I'm gonna talk about other things I noticed from Grand Theft Auto 5 in Grand Theft Auto 6, if I can think of them. And then we'll probably ramble a bit about what I plan to do in the semi-distant future. But I do have to step away for a moment. Did I run ads? How long ago did I run ads? Well, if I ran them less than an hour ago, I apologize, but I'm running 2 more minutes of ads while I step away because nothing else is going to be going on. Be right back. Oh, don't. I kind of figured I was gonna test that. Insane. I'm still gonna test it out, right? Because I want to see. I know it will affect the quality, but I want to see that. Also, something I can explain. The way that I perceive certain things, right? There's fishing, and then there's catching, or as I like to call it, catching, right? So. Fishing, I view fishing as like you have a fishing pole, you cast it, you do whatever you need to do in order for the type of gear that you have and the type of fishing that you're doing. You get a bite, it takes the hook, lure, whatever, you set it, you catch the fish, right? That is what fishing is to me. What catching is, even though it is classified as fishing, and I get why it's classified as fishing, catching to me is more like, you know how like they have those boats that drag those nets to catch like a bunch of different types of fish that they then sell at a market or whatever? That's what catching is. That's what catching is. Oh, no, Insane Baboon, trust me. I'm gonna be also, did I say greetings and good day to you? Yeah, I did. We're gonna test all that shit. You don't gotta tell me if we're gonna be able to do anything, because okay. Everybody, future thing, perfect time for this. Only volunteer information to me about mechanics if it seems like I'm about to start to wrap up with my testing, if I haven't tested a specific thing. Alright? Because I'm still going to go through and do all that to make sure, 100% sure, because that's just how I am. However, my raw reaction to it might be a bit more entertaining if I don't know about it beforehand. Kind of like if somebody told me about what happens if I put a body on a fireplace or a fire pit. Might not have done that because I already knew about it. Or I might not have had the initial reaction that I did. Which I'm going to go back and I'm probably going to turn that into a fucking part of the edited video, because I don't even know how, like, it might not be the funniest thing, but I was like, holy shit. I'm still going holy shit about that. Anyway. So, the plan for Friday, Saturday, and this coming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is, of course, to go through and continue playing Red Dead Redemption 2. It should remain as the primary focus for the streams, and more than likely it will probably be part 1, part 2, part 3. The way that I like to do my streams, I like to part them out into separate openings and closings. If you don't know, the openings and closings that I do are the like, greetings and good day, how are you all doing today? I myself am, and it goes on from there until I start talking about a different subject, and then the opening's kind of over. And then the closing is, that's going to be it for me. All that, up to that point. And then I wrap it up when I do the bye-bye thing, right? That's a part. I normally will say outright, if I'm like, alright, I'm going to wrap up stream after this, close after this part, after this. Or I normally go, stick around, I try to at least, stick around, because if you're watching live, because I'm still gonna continue. That's something I've been trying to say every time I finish a part, whether it be the end of the stream or just the end of the part. If you ask, it will not bother me, because I will probably say it, right? I'll say it regardless, if you don't know, because sometimes you might have stepped away for a second, or your headphones have cut out, or you just weren't paying attention for one reason or another. That's fine. Happens to the best of us. But don't credit your account too much with that excuse. Not that it's an excuse, but, or that explanation. Excuse/explanation. But yeah, that is pretty cool. It's also somewhat realistic, based on, you know, what we know about certain experiences other people have had, like scientists testing out how bullets have traveled one way or another with different angles and shit like that, like the Mythbusters, how they did their like angle tests and shit like that. I love how serious people got over some of the myths that they did. Like, guys, sometimes they miss shit. Sometimes they don't have the exact experiences you had, because as wild as it may seem, some of the shit that they were like, oh, there's no way this happened. The moon's a line? They could happen. Maybe not in the exact way, but it might be perceived to be that way based on the person's perspective, right? Sometimes someone might be exaggerating. Happens. What the fuck? Go there. That's fine. But yeah, we'll be going through and just basically taking our time with Red Dead Redemption 2. Because I'm still on Chapter 2, I believe. And I've got 20 hours of... I've, like, just been... Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. With that game. And I've been having a blast while doing it. It's just... The world is so immersive, basically, is why I enjoy it so much. That's the best way to break it down. What in the goddamn... I did say I was gonna go through other things that I noticed from Grand Theft Auto 5 put into Red Dead Redemption 2. Some of the little stuff about how characters interacted with each other, that stayed, right? Like, I talked about why I like I didn't like the story of, and it's kind of the same thing here. I don't really much, I like the story, but as much as I like the story of Grand Theft Auto 5, like, I enjoy it, but that's not why I enjoy the game as much as I do. Because the game isn't just the story of it, right? The story helps, don't get me wrong, and the better a story of a game, the better off I feel about it. But it's the way the characters interact, the way they tell their story, and all that in between, right? That's what makes it so much of a experience that I enjoy to play. And that is, I think, even improved upon more so with Red Dead Redemption 2. So Grand Theft Auto 6 should, maybe it might not have the best story itself. I'm not saying that like question mark, I'm saying like the story itself might not be good or the best, but the way they tell the story is going to make up for it. At least I feel it will. Because honestly, having it be a direct or a semi-direct prequel, I'll explain the difference between direct, semi-direct, and indirect prequels in a moment, at least my perspective of them. But for being a semi-direct prequel, I don't feel as much investment in some of the characters as I should, right? Because at the end of the day, we already know the story of Red Dead Redemption 2 before we even play it, because we know it's a prequel. Anyway, a direct prequel is like, this literally happened just before, right? Like, right at the end of Red Dead Redemption 2, Red Dead Redemption 1 starts up. That is a direct prequel. And not indirect, a semi-direct prequel is what Red Dead Redemption 2 is, because it takes place a couple of years before the events of Red Dead Redemption. Right? There's some in between that we would have to fill in ourselves, but it's easy to fill in because of Red Dead Redemption 2's story. And then there's indirect prequels, which is what I view Metal Gear Solid 3 as being. Because Metal Gear Solid 3 happens way before Metal Gear Solid. But that's why. Way before it. Like 60 years before it. Not really, but I'd have to actually look up the math because I don't know exactly when they both take place. I know around when they take place. Anyways, that's the way again. I'm gonna get a thing of warm tea while I do.
Experience true nostalgia with this playlist of Pokemon Lo-Fi. It's filled with those classic melodies you know and love from all over the world of Pokemon. Click here to start listening. I think you'll love it.
All right. Got me my tea. Also got me some graham crackers. That'll help shut me up a little bit because I realize I have not stopped talking for like 2 hours straight. And I'm kind of, well, it's not going to shut me up yet because I still have a couple things to talk about. One of those things being, oh, there it is. Right there. Anyways, one of those things being the fact that after Red Dead Redemption 2 on this coming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I plan to, of course, on Monday, go through Minecraft again. Also, this is the 100th episode in the Minecraft playlist. So, GG's. We've made it through 100 sessions of Minecraft. That's not 100 weeks. That's not 100 weeks. Because I didn't really start doing this weekly blog thing until way later. Like, it became, this has slowly evolved over time. And I kind of love that me playing Minecraft has evolved over time. From me doing it every Monday to me doing it every Monday until I complete the build that I'm working on, which is the Kingdom build, and still as quite a ways away from being done. Every little bit goes a long way, because, like, look at the wall. The wall looks pretty fucking beautiful, doesn't it? Look at that. I need to fix that up there, because that doesn't look right. I need to make, do I need to change the pattern? I think I might need to actually change the fucking pattern a little bit there. Or no, what I do is I take that away and just leave it as a larger gap. That's what I do. I take that away and make it a little bit of a larger gap. The wall looks pretty fucking good from a distance. I like it. Shit, my paper went down. Oh yeah, that's what it was. So next Monday, after we finish up Minecraft, one of the things we're going to be talking about is more in detail aspects of what we want to see, expect to see, or hope to see during the Game Awards on December 7th. And I'm gonna get, like, instead of attentively being like, hey, is anybody available? I'll be like, all right, if anyone's wanting to do this, this is when I'm gonna do it. Because apparently, it starts at 6:30 p.m. so I can go live, bullshit for like a half hour, and then we could be into it. Get everything set up for that half hour. Hold on, let me see. Because I'm very excited to see what's coming. Yeah, no, wait, what? 7:30 p.m. We got an hour and a half to work on shit before then. An hour and a half of just chatting?
By our friends at Peloton. Work out your way.
Or do we delay and go live at 7 instead of 6? I think we go live at 7 instead of 6 on that day because it's a Thursday, and I don't normally go live on a Thursday. So I can go live at 7 on that day then. As long as they don't change the start time, we'll be good to go. But yeah, yay, 100 episodes, woohoo.
Well, sounds like she helped save you from identity.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that has that many. I know exactly what has more than that. XCOM. XCOM should have way more episodes than that, or way more streams. Let me look this up really quickly. XCOM 2, exactly. 145 videos I have for XCOM 2. The first one I uploaded to YouTube, this wasn't the first time that I streamed XCOM. I don't think. No, well, it might have been. It might have been, actually. Because I was streaming directly through the PlayStation at that time. July 23rd, 2019 is the first time that I played and uploaded XCOM 2 content. There was no webcam. My camera was shit. The quality was probably shit. But you gotta start from somewhere. Anyway, so the Game Awards is something I'm pretty excited for, obviously, because next Monday, whatever the fuck, next Monday, I intend to have the whole conversation to pretty much, as I'm doing the shit that I'm doing in Minecraft, the whole conversation is going to revolve around what things, not only myself, but all you all would like to see as well from it, that are going to be showing up to watch or conversate during it. Now, mind you, if I don't really know you that well, or I haven't really talked to you in the past, the level that I'm talk to the people that I'm gonna be talking to, I probably won't be like all hyped to have that, you know, that individual join us at that time. I get to know you a bit better, then of course. But I kind of want to start off doing this because I've never really done something like this. Just chilled and chatted with a bunch of people through Discord, except like one other time, and that was a while back. And I think I was a bit drunk, so I didn't really give a fuck. And I need to re-realize that you kind of shouldn't give a fuck anyway. Like, there's no real reason to give a fuck. Because you talking here is the same as you talking anywhere else. When you really break it down. Because I don't care how well I know somebody, I'm not going to just agree with them if I don't actually agree with what they're saying. The most I'll do is be like, alright, we're not going to be able to agree on this conversation, we better just move on. Because at that point, if you state your opinion on shit, which is basically your perspective and thoughts on a matter, and somebody else doesn't agree with that perspective or thought, you're not going to be able to change their mind. Don't waste your breath trying to change their mind. And anything above that isn't worth it. Because at the end of the day, they're wrong, you're right. It doesn't matter at that point if they see you being right or not. You know what I mean? In the future, if somebody ever asks what content I would recommend the most for them to watch, I think I would recommend these videos. Just because of how fucking wildly philosophical they have a tendency to get. Mind you, I have a tendency to get philosophical anytime during the week. More so now than I used to, because I'm weird. I'm one of those people that likes to make up bullshit for why characters in a video game are doing what they're doing. Like, well, if you really break down what this individual's saying right here, what you're gonna see is you're gonna see that they think this because of this reason. It's all bullshit. I know it's all bullshit. I'm just saying it because I have fun doing that. Do I believe it? Hell yeah, I believe it. Because the thing that's making me say what I'm saying is a thing that somebody else just made up. So I too can just make something up that revolves around the elements of the game itself, while also having fun with it. I know that's not factually what's going on, but it's one of the reasons why I enjoy the game more. Now, if you take my, become a critic for a moment and review it without bias. Well, one thing, that's kind of impossible to do. And for another, if I were to say it, my personal bias of a game is I like the story, but I don't love it. A lot of other people will definitely love the story, however, because of the way it's told, how it's told, the perspective it's told from, and all that in between. That's one of the reasons why I can definitely see why people really, like, I enjoy the story, yes, but to me, to love a story, it has to feel like everything makes sense, and I'm just learning about it for the first time, because the more you learn about a story or a world, the more you can point out inaccuracies based off of that own world's science, right? Because if you start making ideas and breaking down how certain things happen in Red Dead Redemption 2, well then it just starts to not make sense. You can do that with any game though. You kind of have to ignore that part of your brain, which most people can do easily. I don't ignore it, I kind of bring it out, but I bring it out because I laugh at Drop Keeper! Oh, fucker, Drop Creeper! Ooh, bitch! bitch. We need to fix that. Scared the shit out of me. Only a video like this is what I love. You don't have to have the best graphics. Look at how Lethal Company has done recently. That is a game that does not have what you would classify as good graphics, but it is so well received regardless of its graphics. Just because of the way the game is played. And even if you put a lot of time in it and learn how certain enemies react or work, you're still gonna have moments like that. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Because of how much I played this game, I knew exactly what that sound was. That was a creeper about to fucking explode on me. And I knew exactly how it happened because I know drop creepers, how they work. Drop creepers work based off of, well, we made a enormous penis. Drop creepers work based off of the light level of the roof. And unfortunately, we're not far down enough for whatever drops to die instantaneously. Or it fell off there, which I actually don't think it did. It didn't aggro on us yet, so that's why it didn't fall. It's gonna get a little cluttered up here, but at the end of the day, I could not give a fuck, because what I'm basically gonna do is make a wall, make a space, like figure out exactly what it's a 7x7 radius, so I'm gonna go, what? 3 away, and number 4 is where we place the torch, right? So 4 away from there, and then 4 away from the wall, place a torch. Boom, 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 place a torch. Boom, 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 place a torch. All the way up till we get to this side of the wall. I need to put one there too. Ow. I love how you can outpace the destruction of this and actually kill yourself with fall damage in this game. That is hilarious to me.
Cyber Golden Gable deals are going on now at Lowe's. Right now, get the best deals of the season, like up to 40% off select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees, holiday lights, and more.
But yeah, I'll be talking about all that more in detail. I'm going to talk about that next. What I want to see, what I think we'll see, and what kind of shit, just in general, I'm looking forward to or not looking forward to when it comes to the Game Awards. I call them that, even though I just disagree with that idea wholeheartedly, because at the end of the day, Game of the Year is whatever game you view it as being. Like,
why not? Schedule a pickup or drop off, and Carvana will pay you that amount right on the spot.
different people are definitely going to view a different game as their favorite for one reason or another. For me, I disagree with the idea of a remake getting Game of the Year. I could agree with it getting Remake of the Year or something like that, because we're at that point where remakes are getting as common as original releases.
I'm sure. It feels like just the right place.
Get more than money from your bank. Welcome to Huntington. Real people compensated for true stories.
I forgot about that creeper being there. I honestly forgot about that creeper being there, but luckily it doesn't look like he fucked anything up, so we're just gonna do that. We got a couple of places that are gonna overlap, like over here. It should be relatively fine to have that gap there, right? That's not dark enough to spawn something. That is, I think. I know that sure as shit is. Well, what I plan, or not what I plan, what I think is going to be coming out for the Game Awards, which, opinion-based shit, whatever. Don't care, doesn't matter at the end of the day. You're right, everybody else is wrong. Ignore anyone else who won't agree with you. Not ignore them, but like, ignore the feeling you get when you feel they're not right. Like, don't get mad at them, just be like, whatever. They're not gonna change their mind, oh well. Don't just write somebody off or never listen to them again, because regardless of who they are, sometimes the worst person you know had a good point. You know what I mean? Just because they had a good point doesn't mean they're a good person if you perceive them as a bad person. 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's where the torch will go directly. In the future, for example, right? And if I do that, it should actually highlight this entire area in light and not make it a threat. Yep, that's actually perfect. Okay. Oh, come on, stop falling. So we have what could potentially be classified as obvious things that might show up. At least it's obvious from my perspective, because it wouldn't make, like, there's a combination of reasons why I'm saying this. The biggest one is just fucking announce the goddamn and release the trailer already instead of teasing it, for fuck's sake. Because a lot of people are like, I don't think they're gonna show the game anything for, like, they might do a teaser for it, but they're not really gonna show off anything revolving around Grand Theft Auto 6 during the Game Awards. Anything substantial anyways, they'll do a teaser. And it made me go, fucking why? Why? You have people so hyped up. There's already going to be people out there that are never going to be satisfied with whatever it is. No matter what. No matter what. Grand Theft Auto is going to come out, and people are going to fucking hate it because it doesn't reach their expectations. Mainly because of these damn leaks. Having everyone come out of the rip saying, oh, this game doesn't look finished. That's because it's not, numbnuts. It's not finished. When you get a leak like that, for fuck's sake. I get why some of the people are as excited as they are now, because when you look at some of the leak information after having played Red Dead Redemption 2, yeah, it looks like a lot of the mechanics that already existed in their games are just being improved upon. Like they always do, you fucking idiots. They're not really doing anything new when it comes to some of those leaks. They're just improving upon shit that already exists. Fuck's sake. And I'm glad that God of War developer Santa Monica Studios released their hey, this is what our game looked like before it was released, like when it was in the stage that Grand Theft Auto 6 is in. You literally have that game has been trending on Twitter for like 4 days in a fucking row. Maybe not 4 days straight. But fuck's sake, man. People are frothing at the mouth for this shit. Just release the goddamn trailer early December instead of doing a teaser, then doing a trailer. For fuck's sake. And I'm saying this from a combination of places. One, yeah, I actually feel like I want to see it. But the biggest one is I'm tired of everybody. Like, you know what's going around right now? Oh, here's the leaked trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6. It's a fucking AI created trailer. Somebody created an AI trailer based off of the suspected primary voice actors and their role and made a fucking trailer. And it's like, come the fuck on. If it is, I'd be surprised if that trailer that got leaked is actually the trailer. I'd be so surprised. Because all I could view, any new leaks that have occurred are literally just bullshit engagement farmers. even if it is got some reality, I really don't pay attention to that shit or read it because I just don't. Oh, damn it. I'm trying to be stubborn because I don't want to build this again. I just want to like kind of jump over there and hit it in the middle because it will finish up this area pretty nicely. Beautiful. The first one closest to us we can take out. But yeah, I combination hope and expect to see something about Grand Theft Auto 6 during the Game Awards. Don't know when it will happen. As always, anything XCOM related would be pretty cool. I'll even go as far as to say anything XCOM related. Not like as much as I want it, whatever. If they don't come out with an XCOM 3, just something. Because so far, the only way we can scratch that itch on any new releases with stuff that's XCOM related is stuff that's been inspired by XCOM. Just like of how much shit exists because it was inspired by the original BRs, or how this exists because it was inspired by Dwarf Fortress, right? Just because it was inspired by it does not mean it's the same exact game, and it does not give us the same exact experiences. Because when I play this game, I experience something wholly different from when I play Dwarf Fortress. I think that might be the next long form game we play. Mind you, that one's gonna be a bit different. That one's gonna be like, we're taking a break from Minecraft to do a session until we lose or we accomplish our goal. And what our goal is gonna be in, if we can, I might want to try to take this world and create this world in Dwarf Fortress. Now that I'm thinking about it, that might be a thing that we decide to do. Oh, also, something else I'm going to do here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, and I'm going to open up my little info folder, which my info folder has, like, so far just Monday info topics in, like, a folder within a folder. So I have a info folder, and that info folder is Monday info topics, and another one that's going to be called future ideas, or future planned stream ideas is the exact name of this folder. And this is going to consist of two text documents. September 2024 and October 2024. Actually, I probably should have info. I should do folders for each month. Yeah. I'm gonna make folders for each month. Something I'll do off stream though, because I kind of want to finish this conversation and get ready to get into the React ending, because we're going a little bit longer than I intended today. Other things I kind of want to see or would like to see is anything new about the next Elder Scrolls game, which it kind of feels like it should be time for them to do more than just the little teaser that they did all those years ago. Because I doubt they're going to be coming out with the next Fallout game soon. I could be wrong. Who knows? Maybe they'll come out, or maybe they'll tease Fallout and give an official announcement of not Sky. I almost said Skyrim 2, of the next Elder Scrolls game. Right? They'll do like, hey, here's the actual trailer for Elder Scrolls 6, and here's a teaser for the next Fallout 5. Because you know Bethesda's going to come out with those games. of course, just to sell to the fans of the game. And more than likely, I'll become a fan of the game after playing through the franchise. This, like, coming soon. Don't know when, but possibly after, more than likely after we get done with our Red Dead Redemption playthrough, which is going to take some time. The next game that will mainline is going to be the Fallout franchise. Metal Gear stuff, Grand Theft Auto 6 stuff, I kind of expect that. We'll probably see a couple of new indie games. Maybe we'll see some new IPs that'll cause us to go, ooh, interesting. The indie ideas are what are going to be the most, like, I might not seem the most hyped for them, but at the end of the day, they'll probably be the best games overall outside of a couple of AAA titles. Remakes. Here's the question. What kind of remakes are we going to see? Don't say anything yet. This is your homework for next Monday, everybody. Get a notepad or whatever, something to write on. And over the next couple of days, over the whole week, think about some of the things you'd like to see, or what you expect to see, or what have you, no matter what, even if I've already mentioned it. And write a little note, write a little list down, and be like, alright, I kind of think we might see a game that's like this, or just speculate, have fun with it, you know? Fuck it, let's have a conversation next Monday about it, and break down, like, what kind of remakes are we gonna get? Are we gonna get information on a more proper release date for the Metal Gear Solid remake, while also the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, while also hearing about the next official remake in the list? Like, how are they gonna do these remakes, or these remasters, or whatever the fuck they're calling them? And then we'll have a conversation about it. What kind of mechanics do we expect to see in the remakes, or what kind of things do we expect them to do with a sequel, or a prequel, or a new IP, or what have you? Because I don't want to talk about it too in depth, but I am going to write down a lot of this information, right? Like, hold up. I had to write down the things I think, hope, expect to see during the VGAs, and I'm gonna make a little thing, a double list. All right. Outside of the generalized what we expect to talk about on the next outdated YouTube blog, that's one of the topics of conversation right there. Oh, you bitch. How dare you? I'm gonna stab you with a diamond sword. Get over here. I'm trying to think about any other games that have possibly been announced in the past or during the Summer Games Fest thing that are going to be possibly talked about in more detail or announced, like release dates announced during the Game Awards, and I can't really think of much. Outside of that, a generalized, like, what to expect in the future after the most immediate shit that I could think of that, like, I know is highly likely we're gonna do. Continue with Red Dead Redemption, play any games that pop up that, like, can interrupt Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption will still be the primary game, like I'll start the streams with it, but I'll probably switch over after part 1 into a different game for a couple of hours. One that's a very, like, it can be classified as a lighter game or a more casual experience, something that I might not be as invested in, like Enlisted, War Thunder, something like that. But it probably won't be those games. It'll probably be something new and unique. Maybe I'll start ripping through some of the games I got for free from Epic. Like I'll force myself to download some of the smaller games that I've never heard of, just to play them for 3 hours, and I'll call that series. What would we call that series? Preliminaries, maybe? Because I like having names with stuff. I like giving stuff names. I don't know why, I just do. Titles and stuff like that. I guess I like easily classifying things, right? So like, whenever I classify topics of conversation, when I talk about them here, I classify them based on... Oh no. I see an emerald. I saw a fucking emerald. I think we might have lost somebody. We might have lost a villager just then. I need to light this place up. I need to light this place up right now. Oh no. Telephone, we get, not telephone posts, light posts. We get to work on light posts, everybody. And as soon as I finish that, we'll probably wrap up with this game. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I forgot to light this place up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think here will be perfect, right? Because it goes 1, 2. Wait. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 with a little gap in the middle. So a 7 gap, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, did I fuck up there? I did. I did. Because it's a 7 gap, then place. So it's on 8 place. Dumbass. There we go. I'm like, wait, that doesn't, I'm not doing that right. Oh, I could not have planned it better myself, because I did not plan that being perfect. I did not plan that being perfect. There's no way it's perfect both ways, right? There's no fucking way.
Like up to 40% off select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees, holiday lights, and more. Plus, get up to 50% off select tools and accessories from brands like DeWalt, Craftsman, and Cobalt. Start shopping today to find these savings in-store and online, because Lowe's knows deals. Valid to 11/27.
Oh!
Selection varies by
Oh, I'm fucking glorious, man. Holy shit.
More travel, more shopping, more connecting online.
That is, allow me to stroke my ego for a moment, because I did not plan that. I just built it, and it, oh. Glorious. That is glorious. Oh.
We'll work to fix it. Backed by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package. Spend more time on holiday fun, not identity worries. Save up to 25% your first year.
We need a different type of wood, is what we need. In all honesty. What kind of wood are we going to use for our light posts?
I did. I said, oh my gosh, hi, Mindy. And this person looked everything at the branch. I knew it wasn't her, so I contacted our fraud department and had a hold put on the account.
Well, sounds like she helped save you from identity theft, Mindy.
Yeah, she saved the day. She was my little guardian angel.
Get more than money from your bank. Welcome to Huntington. Real people compensated for true stories.
We want to use... Could use dark oak. Birch is probably better in all honesty, birch. We need more lantern light, so... Oh, here I go spending money again. I want to try and save as much as possible, but it's so hard when you come across something like this, and it's like, I don't want to spend the iron or the torches to do this, when I can literally just go la-di-da-di-da. I still need to make this look better, but we're not... The architectural design phase is not something I'm going to be worried about. I don't have any paper for you. You. Not as expensive as I thought it was going to be, in all honesty. Shit. You don't sell torches? Not torches, but lanterns? Damn it. If they level up, they automatically get a restock. Could buy some bookshelves. Glass to save money on sand. We do have a bunch of glass, but I'll buy a stack. Or as much as I can. Maybe I will buy a stack. Hold up. Level up, dude. Oh. Yeah. Anyone else selling glass? Thank you. Maybe he'll sell a lantern now. Not as much as I thought we were gonna spend. Compass. You're not up for that. You the person behind you I want to talk to. We would need books. I have books, but what is the enchantment you're selling? Depth Strider? That's not really an enchantment we need. So we'll have to do it the other way with paper. It'll take a lot longer, but it's us making a profit at that point without risk of needlessly getting shit that we don't need. After Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be the Fallout franchise playthrough, outside of all the other bullshit that I was talking about earlier, revolving around playing the games in between. Because I'll probably focus on... Anytime I start a game for the first time, I might mainly focus on that for the first couple of days. If I really enjoy the game, I'll focus on that for a while, kind of like I did with Armored Core. I will say that is one of my complaints about, like, again, I know, like, to me it doesn't really matter, and it doesn't, but I still have to complain about this because it is something that kind of frustrates me from my perspective. The current, there's like, you can look up the current nominations for Game of the Year. Resident Evil 4 Remake is up for Game of the Year. And yes, it did technically come out this year. But weirdly enough, I blame this on the fact that the story is damn near identical to the original. This is why I'm saying this. When you say Game of the Year, to me, you're basing your opinion on, like, that is a game that came out this year that you enjoyed above all other games that came out this year, whether it be from your own personal experiences or just however you feel in general, right? To me, that story did not come out this year, right? So, why is it that Resident Evil 4 is up for Game of the Year, but Armored Core 6 isn't? That has a new story. Maybe it's complicated for some people to understand the story of that game. Maybe it isn't. Maybe they get it right off the rip. But the fact that it isn't up there for Game of the Year, especially when I enjoyed it as much as I did, like I said, it's a opinionated thing, so it makes me a bit frustrated because of that. I gotta step away. I'm gonna run a couple minutes of ads, and when I return, I'm gonna write down what we're gonna do in Minecraft, and then I'm gonna wrap up with Minecraft, because otherwise I'm gonna keep figuring out things to do. I kind of want to stop this conversation after this. We're talking about Game of the Year and why I disagree. Be right back.
When picking a commerce platform, you have two choices.
Oh, you piece of...
Or... That's the sound of selling on Shopify, the commerce platform that supercharges your selling, online and in person. Why battle inferior platforms' weak tools? And limited
Anyway.
I hope to know this.
Millions of businesses growing on
Yeah, I still think it should be up there because we've gotten to the point where, as unfortunate as some people might view it, remakes are the new reality for games. That's a new category, basically. It used to be rare and like, oh wow, they're making a remake. Cool, awesome. But they make so much money, right? And I'm not like, don't make any more remakes. No, I kind of disagree with that because it is nice that there are so many new people that were introduced to Dead Space for the first time because of the remake. However, if you wanted to make, I don't think it should be Game of the Year or up for Game of the Year. Any remake shouldn't be up for Game of the Year. If Metal Gear Solid Delta gets up for Game of the Year when the year it comes out, I still won't be. I'll be like, all right, I'll say the same exact shit because it should be up for Best Remake of the Year because that's how many remakes we're starting to get. Name the amount of remakes that came out this year. We got something for The Last of Us, didn't we? We got Last of Us remake. We got, or some part of a Last of Us remake. We got not Metal Gear. Fuck. Those were releases of the older games. We got, what fucking games came out? Remakes? Resident Evil, not Red Dead Redemption. Resident Evil 4. The one that I just mentioned. Is Modern Warfare 3 a remake? That's what the name of the game is that came out recently, right? The one that everybody hates. Is it a storm? It is a storm. But yeah, you can definitely put those games up on Best Remake of the Year. There's a certain date with which a game has to come out before it will be like allotted as a potential award nomination. I don't think. Did Modern Warfare 3 come out recently or a couple months back? I don't remember. I think we did lose a couple. We're gonna have to get some bread for them all. Bit focus mode. Wait. We gotta change it up a little bit. This is the one side. Out of all the sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, our 5th side is the side that we technically got fucked up. Then again, we could make an adjustment because there's 3 over here. So we could probably do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then unfortunately, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can get rid of this one. That's perfect. That's fine. That's beautiful. Because the light should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could put the light like right over here, but we probably need to put it over here. So something like this, I feel. And we can do it on both sides to make it look good. But we just leave it like that. That's not really that big of a deal to me, anyway. Now here's a question. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll put you there, I suppose. And we'll do that. All right. Actually, better idea for this one. It might not be directly correct, but just wait. No, we need to go up one more and it'll be perfect. Because it's a 3 gap, right? And then we do it at the start of the alleyway. One above the alleyway. Is that too high? That's perfect, I think. Yeah, that's perfect. So this is a nice little look at what to potentially expect here. The only downside is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? It might be a little bit dark over here, but we'll have to see if whether or not that's detrimental. Otherwise, we could place a lantern over there, or a lamp post over there, I mean. Well, at least mark over here at the very least. We're definitely going to have some over here. We're going to have to maybe make like a workstations there, but that'll be later. That'll be something I worry about later. Or I'll figure it out as I go. But long story short, I kind of like the generalized idea that we got going on. Went a little bit longer than I intended to when it comes to certain topics of information. Maybe we can talk about one more thing, because I'm trying to wait until it gets dark. You know what? I have an idea. I have a perfect idea. I'm gonna try and fuck around until it starts to get dark. That way, by the time it does roll over to being dark, I can kind of look at everything to see how much I like it at night. So we're gonna kind of jump around aimlessly while I bullshit about whatever subject crosses my mind as we wait. And right after we see how dark it is, and do that, we're gonna take a rest, and then we're gonna do our little wrap-up spiel for this section of the stream, and then we'll get into the React Andy. We're gonna react to the Grand Theft Auto speedrun, the rest of it, because we've beat Grand Theft Auto 5. Not most recently, but 2 weeks ago, technically. And as is tradition, we watch a speedrun of that game after we beat it. Might take us a couple days to also watch through the speedrun for Red Dead Redemption 2. There ain't no way we're watching a 100% speedrun. I don't want to look it up yet. I'll look it up when I'm like about to beat it or I have beaten it already. I'll look it up and we'll talk about it during stream, because that's going to be a doozy, I think. Way longer than GTA 5. I got Grand Theft Auto 6 on the brain, as you can tell. Alright, I'm going to turn my heat off quickly. But yeah, I can't really think of much else to talk about. At some point, I'm going to try to throw in Escape from Tarkov, right? If I have to play that off stream, I'll play it off stream. Maybe I'll make Escape from Tarkov a bit of an off stream game, so I can learn a little bit.
When you wake up well rested on a great
I don't know, I haven't decided yet.
becomes clear. My dog has more friends than I do. Things you missed when you were tired finally reveal themselves.
I should really give my dad a call.
Find your perfect mattress at the Black
We'll have to light up the wall as well, and that's going to be a lot of work. A lot of emerald is going to be used to light that wall up. Holy shit, I just realized what I'm going to have to do. Oh, the wall is nowhere near done yet. Fuck, it looks good, but I need to make sure it's perfect. It's never going to be perfect, right? But as complete or as perfect as I'll view it before I start lighting it up, but I basically need to double whatever I get, because each torch I place down, I need to mirror it. So if we use 300 torches, which we're probably going to use more than that, if we keep this same exact gap that we got going on, if it's as efficient as I hope it is, then what we're going to have is we're going to have a lot of fucking torches.
Somebody came through the drive-through. I looked at the ID. It said Mindy.
That's fine though.
I did.
It'll probably make it look good.
And this person.
The wall itself, like, we won't put any torches below the wall, but above the wall, like at the wall's height, we will. I think that makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, she saved the day. She was my little guardian angel.
Maybe it's not the right thing to do, like, it's not the most tactical thing to do, but we're not here for tactics. The only things we would have, like, realistically, villagers shouldn't spawn in this location. There's probably a mod that you can place something down to classify as a safe zone, but I don't care enough to actually get that. But nothing should really spawn here. Like, no pillagers. Did I say villagers? I meant pillagers. Villagers should spawn here. Yeah, we might need to build centralized lampposts. But look at this. There's a little tiny bit of gray, but that's not nearly enough for something to spawn in. There's nothing to spawn here. I actually really like the... Ooh, it looks good, doesn't it? It looks good. The lampposts look good. There's a little bit of a gap here, but I don't think it's enough. Over here's enough to spawn something in, right? But not... Like, right here, maybe we can spawn stuff out here, but I don't think so. Because the light level is not dark enough, I don't think. It's gonna say zombies. Monsters are nearby. I don't... Maybe 7 days... I kind of want 7 days to die to cook a little bit more before I do a massive playthrough like I started to. But when I do, I'll probably do something a little bit similar, but it won't be a true... I don't think it'll be a true mega build, because I'll probably activate cheat mode to build a little bit of a, to spend a couple of in-game days to build a little zone, right? And I'll try and limitate how much I got, because I like the idea of starting with a survivor already. Like, he's been here for a while, a couple of months. He's had enough time to build and level up. So we're basically making our own story up, and our own story is that we already have a bit of a bunker as well as a bit of a homestead, but we don't really have much else. Like, we have a couple of things to loot here and there, maybe a vehicle of some description, but I'm waiting for the game to update a bit more and to like get to the point to where it's officially released, because it's still an alpha, I believe, right? Like alpha 22 or some shit like that. So I kind of wanted to get out of alpha, and that's when I'll play the game on stream to the level that I want to, because I like that game. That's basically what I would classify as a quote-unquote Minecraft replacer, right? Anyways, we're gonna wrap up there, because I just realized I'm starting to continue to talk like I will be able to do, and if I don't stop now, we'll be going for another hour. So we're gonna wrap up here for YouTube and Twitch highlight watchers. Those that are watching live, stick around so we can do some React Andy stuff. Regardless, if you're new here and you haven't already, you should become a citizen today via subscribing to this channel as well as my main channel if you're watching on YouTube. Links will be in the description below through all my links. Exclamation point links like so if you're watching on Twitch, be it live, the highlight, or the VOD while it's still up there. Be sure to follow me on Twitch and catch me when I go live at 6 p.m. EST EDT Friday through Monday. Invite link to the community Discord, where you can always get the most accurate notifications of whenever I do go live. If I'm going to be a little bit late or early to stream outside of a half hour, or as long as I know I'm going to be late, as well as where you can communicate with other citizens of the kingdom. Whatever else catches your fancy through all my links. And until next time, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.